So in this module, we are going to cover regarding the other functionalities that are available in the OpenVas. We have seen task report, results, the vulnerability sort of things. We have something called as assets. In assets, we have hosts. All the devices that were automatically discovered, scanned by the OpenVas would be created as a separate section itself. Which devices are there? Sort of inventory management one can consider. This information is provided here. You click on this IP address, you're going to get lots of information related to this IP address. On the high level, name, host name, IP, operating system, severity, modified, and certain actions. You can, delete the host, you can edit the host, you can do the target completely from here, and you can export. These are the defined actions one can take on this. Then operating system, which OS were identified while doing the scan. The platform enumeration, it helps you to identify the unique operating system. So we have canonical Ubuntu Linux that was being identified while Metasploitable to scan. And similarly, we have maybe different versions of the Linux on the same one. So this was the CPE that were identified. All the TLS certificates that were identified would be also shown up here. You see, when we were exporting the reports, there was the TLS certificates being shown. That would be also visible here. So these are some information that typically we may find it useful and we use it up, like to carry out which are the OS in my environment, which are the hosts that are already being scanned. These details would be possible here. Apart from it, we have something called as security information, complete different section. The security information contains details regarding to plugins or the logics that are already being identified and shared by the Greenbone. So these are called as feeds also. So if you have the premium feed, the NVTs would be much higher, much quality sort of things as compared to the free one. But still, for learning, it is the same. You go to the NVTs, you're going to get all the NVTs that are part of the OpenVas. You have the Mozilla Thunderbird ESR security update. The family is general, created, modified, all the CVV associated with this particular NVT. What is the solution type? It is a vendor fix. What is the severity? 7.5. What is the quality of detection? 80%. One gets this type of information here in the NVTs. You click on this, you're going to get the summary. There is a CVEs score that we all know. The detection method checks if a vulnerable version is present on the target host. If it is identified with prior version to 128.9.2 of Mozilla Thunderbird ESR. Impact is successful exploitation would allow you to perform remote code execution and it can disclose the sensitive information. The solution type is vendor fix. We need to update to version 128.9.2 or later one. All the CVV and references that were being part, you can click on this particular link also. Mozilla Foundation Security Advisory, and some more detailed information you are going to get here. Some certain CVVs, so you're going to get that particular CVV also inside the case. What does this CVV tries to do? What are some different information? So again, you're going to get some reference section. You click on this and you get some more detailed information. Few of them are access denied. You need to maybe have a login sort of things. And related information that we want to have it up. So these are the CVVs. So CVV are the common vulnerability exposures. NVT are the network vulnerability test. Again, to have completely properly suitable data, we should always click and read on the documentation. Here we are going to get everything that we want to know. These are all the vulnerability tests. It may be network, operating system sort of things. We have seen these things previously. The severity that defines the how soon you should be taking care into the priority. High is between 7 to 10, medium is between 4 to 6.9, low is between 0.1 to 3.9, and log level is 0.0. If multiple CVVs are linked to the vulnerability test, the severity of the CVV with the highest severity is displayed. So one which is having the highest one. QOD is the quality of detection, and few other terms that we need to know. So you have everything. Like you can go ahead and check. You see the number of pages, 15,000 pages you have. These are all related to Firefox. After that, you see now it is for Joomla, it is for SQLite, it is for Microsoft PC Manager. That is coming from a Windows security bulletins. You click on this for the family, and you are going to get all the details regarding to Windows. It is still loading, and it should be good. Let me just refresh it up. Now you have the family selected as you see the filter applied. You can apply the filter for specific searching of the data. Microsoft Windows Bulletin. You have everything related to Microsoft around 3523. And you can go ahead and see few more interesting stuff. Like let's take one of the button related to, yeah, you see Internet Information Services. FTP service remote code execution is being found out. So if the host is missing a critical security update according to Microsoft Bulletin MS11004. The CVEs score is there, and there would be link from Microsoft also that was being identified from the particular thing. So these are all the bulletins from where the data was captured, and one can refer to. So multiple other information also being provided that can be also shared to the stakeholders for particular thing. Vendor fix, affected devices, impact would be always mentioned for the things. So NVTs, then CVEs, all the listed vulnerabilities that were identified. Every CVE has an ID, the date and the number. So if you click on any one of them, you're going to get a description, a scoring, attack vector, complexity, privilege required, all these things, and different types of information, other things. All the registered vulnerabilities. Who registered the vulnerabilities? We have seen an National Vulnerability Database. If you search for NVD, that is the NIST has something called as National Vulnerability Database. Any vulnerability that are identified at a global level would be registered here, and every vendor of vulnerability scanners takes the data from this particular section, the authentic source of all the vulnerabilities. Then you have the common platform enumeration, CPEs. So you have different types of operating system detection scenarios possible that one can utilize. You have cert advisories. So the government authorized, the advisories that were being identified for the vulnerabilities would be shown up here. DFN cert advisories. That would be also part of the things here. So these are the security information available that one needs to know. And these are the feeds. Okay. So this is what is the logic of what is going to be scanned when you click on the scan options. If you select NVTs, now you have around this many NVTs. If you have an enterprise feed, the NVTs would be much higher, much quality. All these things will be your operation. So these are the plugins or logics that are big part of it. Thank you.